नमस्कार. आज आपण एका अतिशय महत्वपूर्ण आणि आगळ्या वेगळ्या अशा आणि आपण कधी कल्पनाही केली नसेल अशा मनस्वी कार्यकर्त्या, लेखिका, पत्रकार असलेल्या चळवळीतल्या एका उत्तम कार्यकर्तीचा परिचय करून घेणार आहोत. या मुलाखतीला आपण एका सुंदर विचारांच्या व्यक्तीची ओळख करून घ्यायची एवढाच उद्देश नाहीये. काही कल्पना सुंदर असतात, त्या अस्वस्थ करतात आणि एखादी सुचलेली कल्पना त्यांनाही अस्वस्थ करते. ती कल्पना अनेक देशांमध्ये आपल्या विचाराचे कार्यकर्ते निर्माण करण्यामध्ये परावर्तित होते. ही त्यांची आपल्याला दिसणारी जिद्द. त्यांचा परिचय मला खूप आवडला. त्यांच्या फोटो खाली लिहिलंय फ्रीलान्स ड्रीमर. फ्रीलान्स पत्रकार आपण खूपदा पाहिलेले आहेत, पण फ्रीलान्स ड्रीमर आपण ऐकलेलं देखील नाही. आणि मग लक्षात आलं की छान स्वप्न पाहणारी ही भगिनी, ही व्यक्ती तिच्या सुंदर स्वप्नांनी इतकी सुंदर असेल आणि अशी स्वप्न पाहणारी व्यक्ती ही दुर्मिळ देखील असेल. आणि म्हणूनच आपण तिच्याशी बोलायचं ठरवलं. मग त्यांची रीतसर मुलाखत ठरली. या महाराष्ट्र पत्रकार संघाच्या आणि जनमंगलच्या व्यासपीठावरती आदरणीय मूनबॉ यांचं स्वागत मी करतो. महिलांसाठी काम करतात, पण हा विचार ऐकण्यामध्ये आपल्या सगळ्यांचा, सगळ्या वयोगटातला लोकांचा स्वार्थ आहे एक प्रकारचा. त्या ग्रेस ऑफ नो एज या संकल्पनेत कार्यरत आहेत. स्वतःच एक स्वप्न की कोणीही रडत खडत जगू नये, अगदी दिमाखात, आनंदात, समाधानात स्वप्न सोबत घेऊन ग्रेसफुली जगावं. तुम्ही तरुणच असायला पाहिजे, कायम तरुण असायला पाहिजे. मी स्वतः वयाच्या 25व्या वर्षी क्रिकेट खेळणं सोडून दिलं. त्याचं कारण माझ्या लक्षात आलं. अनेकांनी मला सांगितलं होतं की हे तुझं खेळण्याचं वय नाही, हे ब्रेड बटर कमावून आणण्याचं वय आहे. आणि मग मी खेळणं सोडून दिलं. आता हे खेळायचं वय नाही हे तेव्हा मला पटलं होतं. लोक तसं तुम्हाला, मला, सगळ्यांना सांगतात. आणि मग जेव्हा अचानक डायबिटीस, ब्लड प्रेशर सुरू होतं, तेव्हा डॉक्टर सांगायला लागले की तुम्ही थोडं तरी खेळत जा. मूनबॉ यांचं हेच म्हणणं आहे की आपलं शरीर, मन पूर्वी इतकं ताजतवानं आणि सुंदर राहिलं पाहिजे आणि तुम्ही आपलं मन जपलं पाहिजे. मी पाहिलं त्यांच्या वॉलवरती त्या योगा संदर्भातली पण माहिती शिकवतात. त्या एका लेखात त्यांनी लिहिलंय की योग्य रीतीनं श्वास घ्यायला आपल्याला कुणी शिकवलंच नाही. आपल्यापैकी खूप कमी लोकांना उत्तम रीतीनं श्वास घेता येतो. पहा ना, म्हणजे आपली एवढी महान संस्कृती, आपल्या एवढ्या छान संत परंपरा, आपल्याला ध्यान सुद्धा माहिती, आपल्या श्वासांवर नियंत्रण वगैरे कल्पना आपण ऐकलेल्या आहेत. पण या गोष्टी आधी खरं तर आपल्यापेक्षा अधिक त्यांना समजल्यात असं मला जाणवायला लागलं. आणि त्या असा आग्रह धरतायत की श्वास कसा घ्यावा हेही तुम्ही शिकायला हवं. अशा गोष्टीत आपण अजून शिकायला खूप काही संधी आहे. त्यांचा आग्रह आहे की काही शिकलेल्या गोष्टी तुम्हाला आवर्जून विसराव्या लागतात. आपल्या भावनांमध्ये, आपल्यामध्ये देखील आता स्थिरत्व आवश्यक आहे. मनातले वाईट विचार मनाला थकवतात. मनाला म्हातारे करणारे विचार आता आपल्याला नको आहेत. मनाला तणाव निर्माण करणारे विचार आता नको आहेत. आपल्याला तणावरहित, आरोग्य संपन्न, हसत खेळत, बागडत आणि वयापेक्षा कितीतरी कमी वयाचं होऊन जगता यायला हवं. कमी वयात याचा अर्थ मॅच्युअर असा नाही. आपलं वर्तन बालिश असू नये, पण असलं तरीही वाढलेल्या वयाचं ओझं आपल्यावरती कधीही असू नये, त्याचा परिणाम आपल्यावरती होऊ नये. चला तर आपण भेटूया मूनबॉ यांना आणि जाणून घेऊयात ग्रेसफुलनेस. या मुलाखतीची प्रेरणा महाराष्ट्र पत्रकार संघ, साप्ताहिक जनमंगल आणि सगळ्यांनाच मी धन्यवाद देतो. सगळ्या प्रेक्षकांचं मी मनापासून आभार व्यक्त करतो. आणि मी आपला अधिक वेळ घेणार नाही. मी थोडंसं मी काय बोललो ते इंग्रजीतून सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो मूनबॉ यांसाठी. टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस यू टू वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट अँड युनिक अँड वन ऑफ द बेस्ट ऍक्टिव्हिस्ट in the movement, who is the selfless activist, writer, journalist. In this interview, you should introduce yourself to a person with a beautiful thoughts. An idea is unsettling, and that idea is reflecting in the creation of people, activists, of your thought in many countries. This is their persistence that you see. I like her introduction. Below their photo, she written freelance dreamer. You have seen many times freelance journalist, but you have never heard of the freelance dreamer. And then I realized that this great dreamer is beautiful as her dreams. Who dreams like that will be rare. And so we decided to talk to her. Then it was not her regular interview. Sister Moonbaw's work preliminary for women. She is working on the concept of grace of no age. You will come to know that you can make your dream come true. What is dream? So it is that no one should live life with trying. So they should live gracefully with their minds, happiness, contentment, and dreams. You have to be young. I thankful to Maharashtra Patakar Sangha and Janamangal. Thanks to Honorable Mohini ji, and I request her Mohini ji to start the interview immediately. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Wow, that's great. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Okay. So thank you, Shirish sir, and thank you, Maharashtra Press Association, for giving me this opportunity to interview Moon Bao. Today, we have invited a very special guest straight from Catalonia, Spain. She calls herself a freelance dreamer. She is intelligent, beautiful, and responsible person. She has more than 15 years of experience as a consultant and trainer in the tourism and leisure industries. Now, she has focused her mind in building a better world. The first project of her dream is Grace of No Age. So, let's welcome Honorable Moonbao from Spain to talk about this wonderful concept through which she and her team of goddesses have begun to create awareness in women around the globe regarding menopause, which now she has termed as aging gracefully. So, let's begin the conversation with her. Hi, Moon.
Hi, Mohine, and thanks, Sherry, for the very nice introduction. So I've got to admit, I didn't understand a word of what you said. Not yours, Mohini, like Shari, because that was in Mahari, so I don't speak the language, but I'm sure it was a very good one. So thank you so much. And thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be interviewed by you.
Thank you. So my first question to you is, tell us something more about Grace of No Age activity. What it is, like, what is the concept?
Okay, so Grace of No Age, it's a platform that you will be able to find online. And if you go to www.graceofnoage.com, you'll find us there. And basically, it's a platform where women from 40 plus years old can find resources that can help them to feel better about the concept of aging. I have found in my interviews and talking to women that women start getting very concerned about aging, about having wrinkles, about maybe putting on weight, about especially as you age plus 45, entering all the hormonal changes. And I realized that friends around me started talking a lot about it. And even though at the moment I just really wasn't there yet, I thought that it was something to explore, something to learn more about. And having a background as a marketer, I did my research and I realized that they were plenty of pages, they were plenty of personal blogs, they were plenty of pharmaceutical pages that talk about it, but really there wasn't a strong women community that worked together towards the fact of aging gracefully together, embracing the fact that this is natural. Same when a child grows up into a teenager and then we become adults, it's just nature that we age. And I just decided to start this community of women. At the moment, we have 25 goddesses, which are 25 ambassadors. It means women from all over the world that work with us, creating content from their countries, from their cultures, from their own experiences. And obviously, Mohina here is one of our gorgeous goddesses. So thank you. And yeah, Grace
My,
of Knowledge is just a platform for women that wanna be together and help each other.
so my next question is like, how many women are there? You said I guess 25 women are there, but they are from. Can you mention the country name of all of them or some of them?
Yeah, yeah, I'm very proud of the community of ladies because when we look at the globe of the world, we have women. We have a woman in Hawaii. We have 3 or 4 women in the US, different parts of the US. We have people in Costa Rica. We have people in Chile. We have people in Honduras. We have people in Peru. We have people in Africa, in Tanzania. We have Europe. We have some in Catalonia, some in Spain, Germany, France, UK, India,
So
Australia, New Zealand,
wow,
everywhere.
that's amazing. And
Yeah.
how did you approach all of them? How did you got connected with all of them? Or the social media was the only platform to get connected with all of them?
Actually, no. What I did is I started contacting friends. Uh, Luckily for me, I had the opportunity to travel a lot because one of my passions is traveling. So I travel extensively, and I'm glad of that because now with the current COVID situation, it's really hard to move. So I've done quite a fair bit. So I started contacting friends, people that I met in different countries. And if they were not women around the age, I would ask them, could you help me find someone? And sometimes I would just reach out to men, like in your case, I approached Praveen, whom we traveled together in Uganda, and we've kept in touch. And I said, Praveen, I just need a gorgeous lady in your country that want to join us. And and he came up with your name, and here you are. And so as at the beginning, it was more like people from Western countries, and I wasn't happy with that because what I knew from the beginning is that I wanted a community that was global, culturally diverse, and kind of ethnically diverse, so we could just tag into different women. I didn't just want a platform of Western women, there are others. So I wanted any woman in the world that could speak either English or Spanish, because these are the 2 languages of the platform. Because, other than English, Spanish, uh, it's a very important language in the world. All South America speaks Spanish, not only in Spain. And I thought that way I could reach out to all type of women as long as they had an online connection and they could just read any of these languages. And I wanted them, when they log into our platform, which when you have a look, you'll see that we have like carousel with all the goddesses and you'll see all their beautiful faces. You'll find all diversity of cultures. You'll find Indians, you'll find African, you'll find African Americans, find white people, you'll find Asians, you'll find people more Latino. So every woman that logs into our platform can find someone to identify with. And all the women I have, they are amazing. So I won't lie, it was an incredible work to just find all the women and get them on board. At the beginning, I wasn't very sure what I was even asking for. Now we have a protocols, and so we are kind of rolling. But the beginning was like, oh, this or maybe this, because we figure out as we work. But I'm very blessed that I have this amazing team of ladies with me, and they are the heart of the project. I'm just the project manager. It wouldn't be possible without her, without them, sorry.
So my
Yeah.
next question to you is, what is the basic motto for every many women work regarding menopause? You know, many doctors are there in each and every country. There are people who are working on this subject. But why did you feel so that to make this project a global important subject through social media? What was your motto behind that?
Yeah, the motto was a bit like what I mentioned before, which, yes, they are personal blogs. There are people blogging personally about menopause and aging. And I'd like to kind of clarify a bit that Grace of No Age is not only about menopause. Imagine the project is a book, menopause would be a couple chapters, right? Because actually we happen to have a lot of audience from their 30 to 35. I know that through analytics, because we want younger women to learn about it before time comes to face this reality, which is very stressing sometimes and annoying. And women tend not to think about it. My experience is like they go from not thinking about it at all to compulsively thinking about it all day long. So I want them to be prepared. So the motto is we want to create a sisterhood, a community of ladies from all over the world that share their experience and that are there to embrace the process and to help women that maybe are more scared about it, they are not so confident, maybe they feel more frustrated, and then go to our page, find all our beautiful goddesses there and say, yeah, if these ladies got this, I've got this, I can also do it. And every time they read an article, they feel like, okay, I'm going to try this, or this is helping, or, I feel connected. And then obviously, because we have social media, they can talk to each other. We have a private Facebook group where it's specific for menopause, because I wanted women to be able to talk without being judged in a safe space. So I want people, women, to just feel that they have sisters all over the world and that these sisters got their back. So
It's
that's the
such a
motto.
big
Yeah.
vision you are having. I am really like, I must congratulate you for this. You're a big vision, a broader vision. I must congratulate. And
Thank
are
you.
you planning something more constructive on ground level for the women who are facing their menopause and there is no one to help them out in their city or in their family also? Are you planning something?
Well, actually, that's the idea. If they can get online, they will never be alone, because there'll be all these other women just being there for them. So all the resources, we talk about nutrition, we talk about meditation, we talk about physical activity that can help you feel better and connect better with your soul and your and with your body. We talk about recipes. We talk about how to age and maybe acquire new habits or have new opportunities, because now you are in a different situation. Your kids have gone, if you had kids, or you want to change jobs. So actually, we embrace everything that has to do with women plus 40. So they find resources to feel that they can learn from our goddesses. And so basically, I think that can help them just to go online and find us.
But it may happen that if you could get funding or something like that, you would would you like to work on ground level in all these countries? Would you?
We will do that. At the moment, it's complicated because of the COVID situation. But
Yes.
one thing that the project has in mind is that because all the ambassadors, which are these beautiful ladies around the world that we call goddesses, because a goddess embraces the essence of something that's sacred. And I do believe that women have that characteristic, especially as they age. And I didn't want to call them only ambassadors. I wanted to just give them like a higher level. And that's why we call them goddesses. And if you go to our website, you'll find one of the articles which I wrote myself. And it explains why we call ourselves goddesses. And so that might be a good way to start in our site.
Yes.
And the story says that, the Olympus in Greece, where the gods live, there was this minor goddess. Her name is Hebe, and she was the one that provided eternal youth to all the other goddesses and gods.
Okay.
So that's what we want. We want to transpire the energy to other ladies that they can be eternally young, but not physically, because we shouldn't care about that. You are how you are, and age, they'll do nature, biology, they'll date. But we want ladies to feel young inside, to have enthusiasm, to have illusion to live, to share, to learn. So that's exactly what we want to do. And back to your question, sorry, I just got diverted. um, when we can just be more free to be in groups, I want each one of my goddesses to organize events in their countries, in their communities, which they're going to be hosted by them, but they're going to be part of Grace of No Age, small workshops, retreats, classes, and that's when we're going to get people to get together.
Okay.
So that's the idea. And then we'll do 3 or 4 annual retreats, which we'll organize directly from Grace. And then anyone in the world can come and join us and have an amazing week where we'll be talking, we'll be walking, we'll be just practicing yoga, we'll be eating fantastic food, we'll be just enjoying the destination. And there I'm going to invite some of my local goddesses to join us as well.
That's great. That's great. So now back to the important subject. I would like to ask the question that do you really think that in this modern era, women have changed their approach towards menopause? Do you feel so?
I hope so. I don't know if I feel so, but I hope so, because still nowadays, menopause, the word in itself remains um, a taboo word. So women sometimes feel ashamed. And I remember one of your beautiful articles where you explain about when you get your menstruation, your period in India, how it is in India. And then I ask you, can we make this extensive to what happens when you arrive in menopause? And that's a beautiful article. I invite everyone to read as well. And so I do believe, like, I've never in my life before heard my mother, my aunts, my friend, anyone talk about it. It's like it doesn't exist. And I think in some countries and some cultures is still kind of not so open. And that might be why for the last 7 months, I've been trying to get some Asian women on board, and I can't. They just don't want to participate. And I just, so I guess it's part of the culture. We're still trying, but because I really would like to get some Asians on board, but it's kind of, they don't, maybe it's more taboo in their cultures, but I really wouldn't know. And I think there is more out there. There are blogs, uh, there are pharmaceuticals talking about it. There are doctors' blogs, but I think women still don't talk much about it. Even in the Western world, that supposedly everything is so free. We have an article by Susan Kirchenbaum. She's an artist in San Francisco.
Hmm.
And one of her articles, she talks about this and how embarrassed she felt as an executive when she was in a meeting and suddenly she would have a hot flash, which is something you really cannot help in front of a panel of men. And she felt so embarrassed. And why would you feel embarrassed? Say like, sorry guys, having a hot flash here, nothing I can do, right? So just wait for me. But it's still something that I think it's, yeah, I really don't have an answer to say yes. It's more openness. Supposedly, yes, there is, and I'm sure people are talking more. But I think it's still something a bit taboo that, it's like when teenager um, girls get their period and they don't want to talk about it, right? Because they feel ashamed about it. So I think it's similar, but hopefully platforms like ours and others that are out there will promote that women feel like, yes, I'm in menopause. So what? You don't like it? Too bad. This is what it is. And I'm going to embrace it because this is what's happening to me at the moment. And I don't want to feel ashamed of it.
It's right. Like this is a very important point you have come up. And how is the situation in your country, Moon? Could you tell us what is the like how the families react over there when a girl gets into the phase of menstruation and as well as into the phase of menopause? How the families react over there? What do you do? Any kind of rituals are there to be followed in Spain?
No. No, actually, my mother never, ever, ever talked to me about menstruation. And even now, she's 72. She never talked to me about menopause. Just recently, she found out I created this project and she went like, oh, interesting. And that was it. So she wouldn't even try and share her experience. And I wouldn't ask. It's kind of, I don't think really, some people are curious. I guess it depends on how close you are to your female members of the family, but there are no rituals, it's nothing like that. Not that I know of.
uh, like no mothers even don't talk with their daughters regarding all these bodily changes and mental changes.
I can only talk from my experience. I guess there'll be women mothers that do, and there'll be others that don't. But it's not something like, again, back to your article that you said that you told your sister and your sister told to your mom, and then she was really happy for you, and you just went out and celebrated. I don't remember a celebration when I got my period. It's like, here, pads, use them, you know? So, and my mother never asked me like, are you having hot flashes or do you still have your menstruation? But maybe other families do. So really, I guess it's more depends on.
Yes, even in India, there are few like the mother who are aware regarding all these issues nowadays. They do speak with their kids, their daughter especially, and they make them aware that you are going to face these kind of changes. That is a beautiful thing which
It is.
I must highlight in this interview, and I should tell other ladies also to speak regarding this topic. This is very important to come up and to share their thoughts, to ask their little daughters, regarding these bodily and mental changes. So,
Yeah,
and
I think that's like we have this group with all the goddesses. I'm gonna propose who for next batch of articles wants to write about that because it's a very interesting topic. So thank you for bringing it up. Yeah, might be you who writes about it. Who knows?
maybe. So, what do you think, Moon? What is the best routine to be followed for a woman who is facing or going to face menopause? What is the best routine, daily routine?
I think you just the sooner you know about it, and that's why Grace of No Age can help you because there are many resources that they tell you what's going to happen to you. Like I wrote this article about menopause symptoms and how to avoid them. And when I went through them, I almost died because there are like 29 horrible things that can happen to you. And you go, oh my God, you know? But obviously not all of them will happen to you, but it's good that you know that some of those things can happen to you. So there are plenty of studies and of books and of literature and science that tells you that the healthier you keep during all your life, not only like say, oh, I'm getting into menopause, I'm going to start eating healthier. Yes, that's great. And that's a good option, but you should start earlier. So I guess the key is to keep a healthy mind and a healthy body, just to try to be relaxed, which I myself am not much because I work a lot, but I try, but I not always succeed. And just exercise daily, even if it's a little bit, keep a healthy diet, avoid the smoking, avoid alcohol other than social occasions, and to try to acknowledge that this is normal. It's like when girls suddenly they grow boobs, right? It's like, oh my God, you know, but it's normal. It's in your nature, in your biology. So accept what's coming to you, and then obviously read about it and learn as much as you can, and find out ways that you can maybe minimize the symptoms if you get them. And that's why we have plenty of articles that talk about different things like dry skin or insomnia or mood swings. So we continuously talk about this, and because we have different goddesses which are experts in different fields, we come up with a lot of resources that women can read and just try to keep themselves informed about what can happen and what they can do. And the most important, just try and stay happy and healthy in your mind. Mohini, hello? I think we got frozen here. Something happened.
Okay, we will continue. You can say anything about your further movement, future plans, or
Okay. Future plans, I kind of explain about the workshops, the retreats. Um, we also want to, we're going to be opening soon an online shop that will have organic, vegan, um, natural products to take care of yourself. And we'll be also selling other things which are interesting for women, which we'll be adding slowly. And obviously one of the reasons is like we want to put products out there for women to enjoy, but this project had like a starter budget. But at some point, we are at the moment 3-4 people working full-time, not counting the goddesses. And at some point the project will need to make some money so we can sustain the activity and continue serving women. So if we can sell a few things, that'd be great. And we are trying to get all our products, like I said, vegan, ecologic, organic, natural, and pretty as much as we can. And then we'll do the retreats. We are thinking about having a listing, a directory of professional services of women for women, which I'd rather not explain much until we do it, because I don't want someone to grab the idea. And future plans is to continue growing, to incorporate more goddesses in different places in the world, so we get more input in different cultures and in different realities, and just continue creating the best content possible for our readers. And we're very happy because we're only 6 months old. The project launched 6 months ago. And at the moment, we're getting over 4,000 visits a month. And our rebound rate, which it's something important to take into account, is under 10%, which for a blog, it's extraordinary. So I'm very excited about it. And I'm very proud of all the goddesses that make this possible.
Can you share some of your readers' reply when you started Grace of Knowledge project?
Yes. So we did some paid advertisement, and so we were just sending the page out there for people to find it, and we got a lot, like plenty of comments of women saying, thank you, this was a much needed project. I feel better now that I know there are sisters around I can talk to. I really appreciate the project. This is amazing. I really love this. This can really help. I was waiting for something like this because I was feeling alone. That's another thing. Women tend to start feeling alone and comprehend in this period because things happen to them that they cannot control and they don't know how to handle them. And so now they know that there's other women there for them. So yes, very happy for all these comments that we get all the time.
Yes, and आता आपण इतकं मुलाखतीत रंगून गेलो होतो की शेवटाकडे कधी आलो मला तर कळलंच नाहीये. सो the last question to you, Moon, is any other kind of project rather than Grace of New Age? Are you planning something better or something more interesting?
No, thank you. I'm busy enough. There's still a lot of work to get Grace off the ground. And I'm working full-time job in this project. Plus I'm teaching at the university. Plus I teach Pilates. Plus I have communication and marketing accounts from clients that I just handle. So I have like 4 jobs. I think that's it for now. Maybe once we can get this rolling and Grace makes sufficient money to hire people to take care of it, then I'll step back a bit and I'll start thinking about something new because that's what I like. I just like to create projects. But I think this is the project for me that I've been looking for many years. And I found it kind of accidentally. And I'm going to stick to it because I think it's not doesn't look nice that I said, but I think it's a beautiful one. And Grace of No Age, all the content will always be free. So we'll always be there for the goddesses and for any woman in the world that needs to feel a sense of community and to find resources. Then obviously we'll have private areas where you can do courses and things to monetize the project. But the basic thing, which is the content, the blog, will always be free for everyone.
That's great. तर आपण मुलाखतीच्या शेवटाकडे पोहोचलो. इनफॅक्ट आपण इतकं सुंदर ही छोटीशी संवाद आपण मून भाऊ यांच्याशी आता साधला मैत्रिणींनो. आणि डेफिनेटली ग्रेस ऑफ नो एज हे एक छान प्रोजेक्ट तिने सुरू केलं होतं. तिची आयडिया होती ही, तर तिने त्याबद्दल आपल्याला माहिती दिलीच आहे. शिवाय रजोनिवृत्ती हा एक सुंदर शब्द, मेनोपॉज याला आपण मराठीत रजोनिवृत्ती असं म्हणतो. आणि हा एक सुंदर काळ असतो प्रत्येक महिलेच्या आयुष्यातला, जेव्हा की तिने तिचं जीवन ज्या पद्धतीने ती जगत आली आहे, जे कष्ट तिने घेतले आहेत, त्यानंतर आता निसर्गाकडून तिला एक नवीन रूप मिळणार असतं. तर त्या रूपाचा, त्या बदलाचा आदर करायला आपण शिकलं पाहिजे. आणि त्या बदलानंतर म्हणजे चेहऱ्यावरती सुरकुत्या येणं, केस पांढरे होत जाणं, हळूहळू शरीर थकत जाणं, पण हे सगळं मून असं म्हणते की हे सगळं तर होणारच आहे, तर तुम्ही ते ऍक्सेप्ट करा, ते ग्रेसफुली ऍक्सेप्ट करा, असं तिचं म्हणणं आहे. तर मला वाटतं शिरीष सर, आपण ही
तेवढ्याच आनंदामध्ये जगत राहा, तेवढ्याच उत्साहात जगत राहा. आणि त्या वय जे वाढलंय त्याचं बर्डन मनावरती येऊ नये. आणि खूप सगळ्यांनी, म्हणजे हे सगळ्यांसाठीच खूप आवश्यक असलेली गोष्ट आहे. आपण त्यांच्या जे काही बरेचसं लेखन आहे त्याविषयी पण आपण एकदा त्यांच्याशी पुन्हा एकदा बोलू.
जरूर.
त्यांच्या प्रोजेक्ट
I want to say something, but I'm not going to reveal it because again, you know, nowadays it's there's plenty of people out there that want to copy ideas. We have a surprise for Ben, so keep following us.
Okay, that's great.
I'm not gonna say what, but we have a surprise for men that will be coming soon.
शिरीष सर, मला आता इकडे एक असं आठवत आहे. Moon, I am just trying to recollect some kind of my observations on social media that nowadays many celebrities from India or maybe from the globe, they have started putting their photographs in gray hair,
Yes,
purple, and they are showing, see how am I looking, see how am I gracefully I am aging, you know.
I
So
love it. Yes, I love it.
yes,
Very nice. Yes.
I am just talking about that, my observation in Marathi. की आता अलीकडे मी दीप्ती नवल, आपल्या इथल्या अभिनेत्री आहेत ज्या भारतातल्या मोठ्या, त्यांचा मी अगदी कालच एक फोटो पाहिला की बघा माझे केस कसे आता पांढरे झालेत आणि मी हा फोटो पर्पजली टाकते आहे जस्ट टू शो की मी किती छान आता म्हातारपण मला येतंय पण मी किती छान ते एन्जॉय करते. तर मला असं सांगावंसं वाटतं सगळ्या माझ्या मैत्रिणींना ज्या आता मला बघतायत की तुम्हाला नेचरकडनं म्हातारपण हे पण एक गिफ्टच आहे. सो टेक इट पॉझिटिव्हली आणि सकारात्मक पद्धतीने जगत राहा. नर्वस होऊ नका की आता मी म्हातारी होणार, माझ्या शक्ती संपणार. तुमच्या शक्ती कमी झाल्या तरी तुमच्याकडे अनुभवाचं तेज नक्कीच तुमच्या चेहऱ्यावरती येणार आहे. तुमच्या सगळ्या आयुष्याचं तुम्ही जे मिळवलं आहे ते सगळं आता तुम्ही जाता जाता सोसायटीला देऊन जाणार आहात. सो थँक्यू मून.
ह्यातला आणखी एक महत्वाचा विचार आहे
So
की
much for having
वय-
me, for giving me the opportunity to explain the project in India. So I hope that many ladies in India find this helpful, and I'll be checking the statistics tomorrow, see if we're going up in India. So meaning more ladies are just finding us and reading us and finding benefits in our content. That'd be fantastic if we can do that.
Moon, Shirish sir would like to ask you something.
मला एवढंच सांगायचं की आपल्याकडे काय आहे की वय वाढल्यानंतर त्या वयाप्रमाणे वागलं पाहिजे अशा प्रकारचा एक दृष्टिकोन असतो. म्हणजे कपडे पण कसे असले पाहिजेत. आता त्याच्यापेक्षा जर थोडं कमी वयाचं दिसायला लागला माणूस तर त्याच्यावरती टीका होते. म्हणजे आता डाय करणं हे ऍक्सेप्ट केलंय आपण, पण त्या वयामध्ये देखील त्याला आनंदाने जगता येईल, खेळता येईल. म्हणजे मी त्या चुकीच्या वर्तनाकडे जात नाहीये, पण या वर्तन प्रत्येक वयामध्ये देखील, कोणत्याही वयामध्ये देखील त्याच आनंदाने उत्साहाने जगता यायला पाहिजे, खेळता यायला पाहिजे, लहान मुलामध्ये खेळता यायला पाहिजे. अशा प्रकारे खूप चांगला तो विचार आहे आणि हा विचार त्या पुढं आपण पुन्हा एकदा त्यांच्याकडून ते ऐकू बऱ्याच वेळेला. मी त्यांचे खूप धन्यवाद सगळ्याच प्रेक्षकांना, पण मी मनापासून आभार मानतो प्रेक्षकांचे आणि तुम्ही समारोप करावा अशी विनंती करतो.
Yes. Moon, what Shirish sir has highlighted over here that in India or everywhere, people just start making themselves like they are aging, so they grow up like with some negative notion, you know. They feel it's not good that I'm growing up, I'm being so old. But
Yes.
what he has mentioned over here that one should not think in that way. One should play with kids, one should dye their hair, one should color their hair, one should do yoga, exercise daily and make their this phase a beautiful turning point of their life. That
Yeah,
Shirish
yeah.
sir has
I think it's good that you do as much as you can to feel better with yourself. But I don't think you need Botox, and I don't think you need to necessarily dye your hair, only if you want, because
not
you find it.
necessarily, but
So
what he means that one should enjoy the life. This phase should be enjoyable
yes,
according
yes,
to each
yes.
and every person. That's the only way to live.
We should keep celebrating every year. People go like, oh, just another year. I'm
Right.
65. And I say, like, be happy. It means it's yet another year that you're alive. So celebrate instead of being frustrated about it.
Right. So I must thank you, Moon, for coming over here and giving us a new perception towards menopause. And I feel that people do appreciate our effort and they do follow us on Grace of No Age too, as well as our page, Facebook page, Maharashtra Press Council's page, Janamangal's page, Lokvarat Prakashan's page. They will surely like after this interview. And मला पण सगळ्यांचे आभार मानायला आवडतील. शिरीष सर, थँक्यू मला ही एक छान अपॉर्च्युनिटी इथे दिल्याबद्दल आणि मुनभाऊ यांना आमंत्रित करू शकल्याबद्दल. आणि इथून पुढचे पण आपले सगळे असे कार्यक्रम लोकांनी पाहत राहावेत, ऐकत राहावेत आणि त्यांच्या प्रतिक्रिया आपल्याला जरूर कळवाव्यात असं मी सगळ्या वाचकांना आपल्या वतीने आवाहन करते आणि थांबते. थँक्यू सो मच मून.
Thank you so much, both of you, for having me and for the opportunity again to let people know about this project. And we hope that we can grow big so we can serve as many women as possible in the world, so they just find in us some sisters, a group of sisters they can share with and feel more like they are not alone. We're together in this. So thank you again.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good day.
Good night.
Bye.